Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Volusia Flagler Cares. I'm your host, Kelly Lacombe, and we have a great show for you today. With me is Alyssa and Emily from Daytona State College, and we're going to be talking about their upcoming fundraiser for the Daytona State College Foundation. It's the fourth annual Cork and Fork. So, hey, welcome to the show. We're glad
Thank
you're
you.
here. As I said, the college has gone through an evolution. And
Mhm.
I remember when I first got here, it was a community college. There was like two buildings,
Yeah.
and now it is a monster campus and a 4-year program, and even getting into, I don't know. Do you guys do graduate too?
Not at the moment, but I believe it's something that they're looking into. But there are 16 bachelor's degrees that you can get from Daytona State now.
Wow, that is a lot of areas to cover.
Mhm.
But you guys do like the main components of stuff. So you would have like under healthcare, you have emergency workers, you have,
Mhm.
I mean, there's a variety of things that kind of fall under, some of those bigger topics that you guys are doing right here in our hometown.
Yep. Yeah. We have a great nursing program that's actually in the process of continuously expanding. Their NCLEX passing rate is over 99%, which is huge. So many people know us for that.
Wow.
There's sonography, which is out in West Volusia. Um,
Dental assistant programs. I mean, really anything you can think of.
we pretty much have it here.
Well, I mean, for people here, and this is one of the I belong to the chamber. I go to a lot of different things. And one of the big critical problems that they brought up was the exporting of our brain power.
Mhm.
So we would have a fine institution of higher learning like you guys
Mhm.
doing what you do. We get these kids, they get their degrees, they're smart, they're trained, they're certified, and then they leave and go somewhere else.
Mhm.
Uh, have you guys figured out any way that there's a retention locally here? Is what is it called? The brain drain? That's what it was.
Yeah, I know. So Dr. Lavasso serves on a couple different boards in the community, specifically for economic development. So I
Uh-huh.
think him having a presence there is great to bring businesses to the area so our talent can stay here. Really
Right.
just a nice pipeline to, we're going to educate them here and keep them here.
Mhm. In
Well, I mean, no
partnership.
matter what, it's nice that, a local kid from this area, whether it's a job out of state or here, but, either way, employment is employment. We're glad for that.
And yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you guys specifically work for the foundation, correct?
Yep. Yep. We're both directors here.
Okay. And, well, when did the foundation start?
So we just celebrated our 50th anniversary last year. So
Nice.
yeah, so it started in 1974 by a group of folks who, just saw a need in the community, really to eliminate any barriers to people getting their education. And that's kind of what we've evolved into. We help raise money, mostly scholarships, but also program funds and really any area of need. We're fortunate at Daytona State that our tuition is lower and has stayed low. That's something Dr. Labasso I know is very proud of. But there's still a lot of other gaps, books, housing, all kinds, even transportation. We have our Falcon Hope Center, which helps students with specific things like that, childcare. So the foundation really exists to just, help everyone have the opportunity to get their bachelor's degree, associate's degree, certificate,
Right.
whatever they can. That's kind of what we're here for. We help support our athletic teams as well. Our student housing, we have our one residence hall now. So a big focus now is to build a second one because there's such a need for that and affordable housing. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm, as we had talked earlier, I'm the lieutenant governor of Kiwanis, and
Mhm.
we have several clubs that raise money and donate to the foundation specifically so that we try to get it with our Key Club
Mhm.
members.
Yep.
But either way, we raise a lot of money that we hope goes to local students,
Mhm.
because we think that if we can get those people, then we might be able to retain them. But again, a job is a job.
Mhm.
Uh, so th- there's a lot of gaps, I guess, when kids are going to school. And I think that's kind of that's really where you fill in more than, anything else, correct? Or
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much what we exist for, to help fill those gaps.
Yeah, and
okay.
there's so many services on campus as well. Like Emily was saying, like the Falcon Hope Center. We hope that our students here know that, should they have a need, whether they feel comfortable talking to their professor about it or a staff person, that we can link them with the right resources to get that covered so they can stay here.
Mhm.
Well, that is tremendous, and it does take a village, and it's why I am so happy that we can, shake your hand and, do the check presentations every year,
Mhm.
to help it out, and we hope that everybody understands that it really does take a village. And
Mhm.
your program specifically, I mean, you can donate, I guess, to scholarships, but it's better to donate directly to you guys because you're probably going to make it stretch further, and more of where those gaps are than probably anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because we do have scholarships for everything. So if we have something specific, I helped start one for our automotive technology program. It was a retired professor who, because he knows, those students and what their needs may be. But also, you can just donate to the foundation as a whole, and it goes into our unrestricted fund or area of most need. Um,
Mhm.
and we make sure those funds go to good use.
Well, I guess we trust you.
Thank you. And we have
Well,
our foundation board of directors too, who we work with as well. Rufus Johnson is our chair this year, so they help keep us in line too.
well, that helps, I mean, at least it's, the people you can blame it all on when so about how much money does the foundation bring in annually?
So I know,
Or is
as
that
far as bringing it in, it really depends on the specific year because we do have endowments and funds, that keep us sustainable. But I will say last year we awarded about $1 million in scholarships.
wow, just from
So
your foundation?
yep, yep. So, I mean, we have a lot of them and we're able to support a lot of students by doing so. So that's a number that we're proud to share.
No kidding, man. That is holy moly, I had no idea. Well, now
Yep.
I don't I was breaking my arm patting myself on the back for our Kiwanis donations, but geez, for that kind of money, there's people really donating heavy.
Every little bit makes a
Yeah.
difference. It really does. I mean, even if it's, a scholarship for $500, that's a couple textbooks for a student, which could
We
make or break it.
definitely, yeah, yeah, and whatever we can do, we really do try to do. Well, you don't know. You haven't been through a golf tournament with us.
Not
That's
quite.
just,
We're excited.
We'll get there
by the
tomorrow.
way, everybody, if you don't know, tomorrow is the Daytona Beach Kiwanis, their 50th, 50
Hmm.
years, their 50th annual Score One for Kids golf tournament. And actually in conjunction with the Daytona State Foundation. So it's you guys are getting started at what, 8?
We'll be there by 7.
Yep.
Oh my God, on a
Yeah,
Friday. Bless
it'll
your
be a
heart.
beautiful day.
Yeah, bless your heart, though. We appreciate what you do. And that's kind of why when I heard about, the Cork and Fork, I thought, oh my goodness, we're going to really, we're going to see if we can help Kristen out and help get the word out.
Thank you.
So I guess then the next thing is, and I did have one question.
Mm-hmm.
How many full-time students versus part-time students are there at Daytona State?
That's a good question. I guess I don't know the answer, but
I didn't mean to trip you up.
No. I would think like there's obviously students going after their bachelor's, associates. There's so many certificate programs here too.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, there's so many different things. And I have people or friends that, they like just general knowledge, So, and then let me ask you again, not trying to trip you up, but what percentage of admissions or scholarships from the foundation go to the technical center?
I haven't seen a specific breakdown on that, but we do have a good amount, especially as those programs are, expanding. If you go out to ATC, you can barely find a parking space. That place, I mean, they have so much going on there between the truck driving program. I always get nervous when I park out there that these truck drivers are going to judge me.
I'm a military veteran, so the VA center is just right, just south of there. So yeah, if you cut in and go through there, you're taking your life in your hands going through that parking lot.
Yeah, and we have programs, supporting manufacturing. The emergency services programs are out there. We have interior design out there. We have some engineering programs, and I know there's more coming down the pipeline with that. So I think they're looking at redistributing some of the programs there, maybe out to DeLand, now that we have the new firing range and different things out there. But I mean, I think just driving past that building speaks for itself with how many students go there. But an exact number, I'm not sure, because we still have welding and cosmetology here at our main campus.
Okay. Wow, you would think the welding would be out there, but hey, but I'm just grateful that, finally there was the idea that, not everybody wants to, become a doctor. Not everybody wants to, be a lawyer. And, they're already burnt out on learning stuff at, 15, but at the same time, they can turn a wrench and they're interested in that. I brought this up. This was years and years again, probably before you were born, but it was when they were first coming out with those chips and they were able to store information, and they were talking about education. And I was like, well, there needs to be some decisions made. Number one, there are the people that are going to go into, the higher learning, probably become teachers, things like that. There are the people that are going to get into something like advanced technical vocations. But then there's others that, do we just babysit them? I mean, there's a point to where some decisions need to be made, because I think they could, they actually could restructure the Department of Education a little better. But, this is just kind of my personal thing. We don't want to kind of get into any politics. But I do want to, I do find it fascinating, and I'm glad you guys are out there supporting the technical center. And I am really glad that you have an automotive program. Well, thank you for doing that. Okay, so now we're going to talk just a little bit about Sunday, May 4th, 2025, from 4 to 7 p.m. It is the Daytona State College Foundation's 4th annual Cork and Fork food and wine event, presented by Expert Reserve Services. Did I get that right?
Say it 3 times fast now.
I'm out of breath now, but but yeah, fourth year in a row. That is
Hmm.
very, very cool. I remember the first time, but yeah, that's great. Now you have some pretty good sponsorships coming in. So I was very fortunate. We're going to have a little video after, after we do our little discussion. But we
Hmm.
got to meet with Chef Costa out at his private kitchen there, and he did prepared the signature dish that he is going to have at the Cork and Fork. But you
Hmm.
know what? Before we kind of get into that, yet getting ahead of myself here. Can you kind of just give a brief overview of what this event is?
Yeah, so like you said, it's a food and wine tasting event. So we bring in different restaurants from the area, and of course, our culinary and hospitality program participates. So they all offer little bites, small plates, appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, things like that for you to try. We will have our beverage science program, which many people don't even know that we have that here at Daytona State College. They brew their own beer. So they will be serving that and doing tastings.
Yeah.
And fun fact, you cannot purchase that beer anywhere. So it's
Right.
kind of an exclusive thing if you get to come to the event and try it. But it's all part of that program. We'll have SR Perrot there doing some wine tasting, Norwood's, Rose Villa, Metz, which is the catering company we work with on campus, Jimmy Hula's, and we still have a couple coming down the pipeline that we're excited to share about. Oil and Vinegar. They're a great partner. So come eat, drink, bring your friends. It's a great, social event. We will have Sweet Melissa doing music as well, and just makes for a good way to end the weekend.
Man, what a perfect way. And you don't have to cook, and so many
Hmm.
times, you go to an event and you get the one thing that they have prepared for you,
Hmm.
and that's it.
Hmm.
So this is just, hey, if you don't like this, there's something over there. Guarantee
Yeah.
it. You
Yep.
will enjoy and like something there. Uh, when I was there, the chef said that they were also going to have some of the different other chefs,
Hmm.
some of the faculty and some of the, I guess, are there students that have won awards?
So we do have student, in the program that I'm sure will be helping chef as well. And some of the chefs with the different restaurants are also alumni. So Chef Dennis, who's the head chef at Norwood's in New Smyrna, he's an alumni of the program and a great
Get
supporter of
out.
ours. So he'll be there. So that's probably what Costa was referring to, but you
Okay.
never know what he has up his
Yeah.
sleeve.
True. True.
I didn't know that. Man, I love Norwoods.
Hmm.
I had no idea. You guys are, man, that's some pretty heavy duty, tall cotton you guys are running in.
Yeah, I mean, Chef, that's all Chef, and everyone loves him. I've gotten calls from a lot of people purchasing tickets. Is Chef Costa going to be there? Do I get to see him in person? So we're very fortunate to have him and his amazing program.
Yeah.
They make us look good.
Yeah.
When my son, he was interested in the culinary program, and we went out there, just kind of like, knock on the door, like, hey, can we poke our head in the kitchen kind of
Mhm.
thing. And he took us on an entire tour of everything. I mean, he was so gracious. He was so nice, and samples. Uh,
Mhm. Yep.
so I just, anything that we can do or I can do to help support him, that program,
Mhm.
I'm proud and happy to do it. He's
Thank
such a
you.
cool dude.
Yeah. So tickets are $65. And we've still got a few left. So the event always sells out. So been telling people if you're interested in coming, be sure to get your tickets now.
Right. And now about how many different sample stations do you think that there will be in total? Because don't
Probably.
you have dessert too, right?
Yep. So probably about 10. That's what we're aiming for, including SR Perot for their wine tasting. So yeah, our goal is always about 10.
Okay, nice. So from start to finish, they're going to have now. Is there any entrees being or is
So
this most?
it's small plates. So yep, we ask each restaurant or encourage them to do two different options of small plates or hors d'oeuvres, because that way it's a little easier to, to walk around, try a few more things, but also you can still be social and don't want anything too heavy because you got to try it all.
Right, right, right. Yeah. Well, that is tremendous. Now, do you guys also have is it called a dessert chef or a pastry chef or out at is that part of your program or just one of the chefs happens to specialize in that?
Yep. So that's a course in our program. So
Mhm.
yep, we've had some pretty good pastry chefs come through there as well. Who doesn't love sweets?
Yeah, they're my favorite chefs.
Yes.
So, and you do have the micro brewed beers and SR Perot. Now, are these are probably going to be domestic wines that we'll be sampling?
I actually don't believe there.
I think we actually picked a mix. There's going to be a mix. I know there's some from California, but I believe we did have some from Italy and a few different
Wow.
regions.
Okay.
I've
So,
definitely
and
been there.
then I guess pair them with the food as you feel best.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so and tickets are $65. Now, do you have like to where, a business could buy a table or anything or uh how does that work?
Yep. So we have sponsorships available starting at $1,000, and that guarantees you a reserved table for you and your group.
Okay.
And then with the gold sponsorship, you get two tables. And thank you to Halifax Health. They are our gold sponsor. And then Expert Reserve gets three. And we're so happy and thankful to have them on board for the second year in a row as our presenting sponsor. They're great supporters.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. So many people don't understand how many gaps there are throughout, the all of the different, the counties and the local municipalities. And it's why, we do what we do, uh,
Mm-hmm.
to raise money to help, make our community better. And we've always appreciated what what Daytona State brings to our community and how you guys work within our community, because it's one thing to just be an entity, but it's another to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning out at LPGA to help get a golf tournament to raise money so we can give it all away back to the kids.
Yep, absolutely. And like I said, it'll be a beautiful day. So sometimes it's nice to be out, get some fresh air too.
Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be nice.
Hmm.
It looks cold though, first thing.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it while we can.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Okay, so uh again, I know what it takes to get people to invest in what you do, and I definitely want to again thank Expert Reserve Services for them being the presenting sponsor this year of the fourth annual Cork and Fork. And I want to say thank Alyssa and Emily for coming on. And right after this, we're going to have a little a little video with the chef preparing his seasoned gator, which
Yes.
should be good.
Yes.
Well, hey, listen, thank you so much. I can't wait to be out there and see what's going on and be a part of what you're doing. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. Okay, for our next episode, we're going to have Brittany Arnold. She's from Habitat for Humanity and the Restore, which is both a great place that you can bring used construction materials, things like that you don't want to, you're done storing it behind the shed, and if you need things to repair or fix up your house, it's a great place to go and a great resource for us. So, again, hey, listen, everybody, Thanks for watching Volusia Flagler Cares. We really appreciate you being here. Stay safe, be kind, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
I haven't eaten food before, so.
Well, hello, everybody. We had just a wonderful opportunity to get out here at the beautiful Morey Hosseini Culinary Arts Center. And obviously, we were very doubly fortunate to get Chef Costa Magoulas, who pretty much runs the entire program there. We're here to celebrate and talk about the fourth annual Cork and Fork, a food and wine event. And this will be Sunday, May 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. And this is for the Daytona State College Foundation. Now, this is presented by Expert Reserve Services, so you want to make sure we give a shout out to them. Well, Chef, we had a great time. The meal that was being prepared is going to be one that will be displayed at the featured at the Cork and Fork event. Now, the Cork and Fork event, if you don't know, is it's an entire afternoon and an evening of sampling and eating 15 different types of food, and vegetarian to meat lovers to desserts, appetizers, entrees. It is definitely something that you don't want to miss. They'll be having several of the star students and some of the faculty will also be presenting their own sampling tables. And we have several of the restaurants locally here that they are part of the culinary program. I didn't know that one of the chefs at Norwood's is look at this. Look at what not to do when being a show host and tasting food. Anyway, there's going to be so many things that are happening. We really do. We hope you get down there. We hope you can join up. Tickets are $65. There are still some corporate packages available where you can get tables, and if you want that, you're going to definitely get in touch with Kristen Hansen, and we'll go ahead and have her links put up here so that people can get in touch. Number one, they can go get a ticket. Number two, they can be a sponsor, and number three, they can donate to the foundation, which provides scholarships and educational opportunities for our local kids right here, well, throughout the whole region now. They're from Flagler to New Smyrna and all the way out until Daytona, DeLand. It's a big operation, and we're very, very fortunate to have them. So make sure that you get out to the 4th annual Cork and Fork at the Morey Hosseini Culinary Arts School. And also wanted to let you know that we have a pastry chef who's going to be providing different samples, and I mean everything from chocolate dishes to fruit pastries. I love it all, so I definitely will get my money's worth. But in addition, as if that's not enough, they have a hospitality beverage science program. So what these guys have done is they have actually brewed their own And we're going to be able to taste several different samples of their microbrewery home crafted beers, and really looking forward to that. And in addition to that, we're also going to be having wine sampling, both domestic and imported. So you can kind of pair those the way you want, depending on whichever sample that you're eating. So it's just a lot of fun. You're going to be able to see, the people that you do business with. You're going to see the people that support the community, the people that have graduated from Daytona State. It's just a wonderful opportunity to help out at the same time that you get to eat a lot of good food and meet a lot of good people. Again, don't forget, that is Sunday, May 4th, 2025, from 4 to 7 p.m. At the Maury Hosseini Center for Culinary Arts, and this is all presented by Expert Reserve Services. So make sure you get your ticket. Make sure you click on the link. We're ready to go. And Chef, thanks so much for sharing your time, getting out here with us. It really was a lot of fun. We had a few different audio challenges, but it worked out great. And if you guys get the opportunity to taste the way that Chef has prepared his Gator, it doesn't always have to be deep fried. All right. Well, listen, everybody. We do hope you join. We do hope you sign up, and we will see you back in the studio. Take care.